Good evening from Leroy Center Field at Wind River High School, home of the Cougars. This is the regular season finale, and tonight, on senior night, the Wind River Cougars will host the Rocky Mountain Grizzlies. It's windy at Leroy Center Field. Gusts starting at 16 miles an hour, topping out somewhere around 25 miles an hour. It's about 65 degrees. It's a nice warm night as snow is being forecast for this coming weekend. Yeah, we haven't seen an ounce of snow this football season. This is the Fremont County Game of the Week. It's Wind River fighting for the number 2 seed in the West 1A 9-man field, and they'll take on a very hungry Rocky Mountain team, which is looking for a berth in the playoffs. Let's run over the playoff scenarios tonight as we get ready. This is the pregame show brought to you by Hampton Inn and Suites. I'm Cody Beers, joined by Baylor Beers here on the network. And tonight, this game means a lot as Wind River secures the number 2 seed in the West with a win. They would have the number 3 seed if they lose the game and Riverside wins. Riverside will take on, tonight, Riverside takes on number 4 Big Piney. Actually, that game should be about final. We'll see if we can get a score on that. It was a 2 p.m. kickoff, Riverside at number 4 Big Piney. So Wind River would get the number 3 seed if they lose tonight, and Riverside would beat Big Piney today. Number 3 seed with a loss and 7 points or more to Rocky Mountain and a Big Piney win. And number 4 seed with a loss by 6 points or less to Rocky Mountain and a Big Piney win. Hey, let's keep it simple. Wind River wins tonight on the Fremont County Game of the Week. They will be the number 2 seed coming out of the West in the upcoming playoffs, which begin next week. Let's take a break. We'll be back. This is the pregame show brought to you by Hampton Inn and Suites on KWYW 99.1, and we're on YouTube at WYO Today.
Than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Welcome back to the pregame show here on KWYW. I'm Cody Beers tonight from Pavilion and Leroy Center Field. We did get a score in from the 2 o'clock kickoff game. It was Big Piney 34 and Riverside 0. So That moves Big Piney into the playoffs. They're secure. Tonight's game, well, all we're going to say right now, and we'll talk about it after the game, but is Wind River wins tonight's game versus Rocky Mountain, and they'll be the number 2 seed out of the West, and they would host a playoff game next week. The Rocky Mountain Grizzlies, well, they come into this game, and we'll go through some facts about Rocky Mountain High School. They have 362 students. Cali, where Rocky Mountain High School is located, has a population of 761, and tonight they're playing up 1,500 feet in elevation. Cali is an elevation of 3,990 feet. They play in brown and gold. They play at Grizzly Stadium, and they're a 4-time state champion. The last time they won state was 1998. Last year they qualified and lost to Shoshone 19-6 down at War Memorial Stadium in the state championship game. So their overall record versus Wind River since 1993 is 28-8. And Coach Richard Despain is in his 6th year. He's 44-21-1 for the Rocky Mountain Grizzlies. Wind River Cougars, well, they have 112 students in their high school, so they're roughly a third the size of Rocky Mountain. Of course, the elevation here at Leroy Center Field is 5,463 feet. And Coach Rod Frederick, in his first year, he's 6-1. It was last Friday the first loss of the year for Wind River, and the first loss in Frederick's coaching year. Last year, the Wind River Cougars went to the state semifinals and lost to Shoshone 27-0. Tonight, the Wind River Cougars will be playing without the services of starting quarterback Chris Burke and also starting running back J.C. Herbert. They were both injured last week in the game against Shoshone. J.C. out with a shoulder injury and a concussion, and Chris Burke told me before the game he's out. Thinks he has maybe a stretched meniscus or something like that. It's senior night here at Wind River High School, and they're honoring seniors tonight. Casey Beefus, the son of Tanya and David Beefus. Carter Fowler, the son of Annie and Jim Fowler. Casey Gibson, the son of Justin and Cassie Gibson. TJ Halleck, the son of Kathy and Tom Caproni. J.C. Herbert, the son of Frank and Lisa Herbert. Remington Herbert, the son of Frank and Lisa Herbert. Tucker Jensen, the son of Vay and Amber Jensen. Calder Johnson, the son of Derek and Jody Johnson. And Caden Jones, the son of Will and Leanna Jones. Those are your seniors. 9 seniors this year for the Wind River Cougars. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll break down this matchup, look at stats. This is the pregame show brought to you by Hampton Inn and Suites. It's Rocky Mountain and Wind River tonight on the Wind River Radio Network.
Wellness in Thermopolis also has something called the Gotchi Wellness Center. It's your dream gym with cardio equipment, cable machines, free weights and dumbbells, hydraulic resistance machines, and personal trainers that care about your goals. The Wellness Center is huge and includes a rock wall, pegboard, sled, tires, punching bags, squat rack, and a whole lot more. Check out the Senior Wellness class. To take the first step to a healthier you, visit gotchi.org.
Welcome back. This is the pregame show, and Wind River comes into this game 5-1 in conference play, 6-1 overall. They're the number 3 ranked team in this week's Wild Preps Coaches and Media Poll. Rocky Mountain comes in 5-2 overall. They're 4-2 in conference play, and they've got a battle tonight to either secure one of the top 3 seeds in this conference, the West Conference, which Shoshone won the conference championship last week with a 25-14 win right here at Wind River over the Cougars. Last week, Rocky Mountain would beat Natrona JV 49-0, and as I said, Shoshone 25, Wind River 14. Stat-wise for these two teams, outstanding offensive stats, outstanding defensive stats. Team rushing-wise, Wind River comes in number 1 in the state in 9-man rushing at 303 yards per game. That's an average of 9.2 yards per attempt. They've gained 2,120 yards on the ground and had 34 rushing touchdowns. Rocky Mountain comes in number 3 in the state in rushing at 247 yards a game, 8 yards per carry, 1,236 yards on the ground, and 8 rushing touchdowns. Team passing-wise, Rocky Mountain is number 4 in the state at 129 yards per game. Their quarterback is completing 9.2 passes per game. Total offense, Wind River comes in number 3rd in the state at 378 yards per game. Rocky Mountain number 4 in the state at 376 yards per game. Defense, they're kind of a mirror of each other. Wind River, the number 2 team against the rush, giving up 61 yards per game. Rocky Mountain number 3 in the state in rushing defense at 110 yards per game. Pass defense, Rocky Mountain number 4, giving up 65 yards per game. Wind River will not pass the ball much tonight. Wind River comes in giving up 103 yards per game through the air. And then team defense, Wind River number 2 in the state, giving up 165 yards per game. And Rocky Mountain number 3 in the state, giving up 175 yards per game. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll break down some of the individual stats in this game. This is Wind River football on the Fremont County Game of the Week.
Back when I was riding in rodeos, I always made sure I was locked in, good and tight. Now as a touring musician, crisscrossing the country, I still make sure I'm locked in, good and tight. Of course I do. Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Jay Collins here.
Welcome back on the pregame show. Individual stats for these two teams. Well, rushing-wise, you've got to talk about Cooper Frederick. He comes in, averages 153 yards rushing per game. That's nearly 12 yards per attempt. He's got 1,074 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. J.C. Herbert, he's number 3 in the state. He will not play tonight. He's got a shoulder injury, and he got a concussion in last week's loss to Shoshone. Herbert and that 105 yards rushing is going to be tough to replace, but tonight Braden Tatro will start at running back for the Wind River Cougars. Passing-wise, Carson Weber leads this team in passing yards at 129 yards per game. We're going to take a quick break as they're playing the national anthem. This is Wind River football on KWYW.
County athletes, good luck this year. Stop down at Fremont Chevy to talk sports and let me help you purchase your next vehicle. Jay Collins, your local sales professional at Fremont Chevy Buick GMC, 307-349-7846.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Welcome back as we talk here a little bit. Carson Weber averaging 100 yards rushing per game. Maddox Ames of Rocky Mountain averaging 97 yards rushing per game. Passing-wise, Carson Weber comes in throwing the ball 129 yards per game. He has completed 46 of 84 passes for 55% on the season and those 646 yards. Receiving-wise, Keldon Betcher, the top receiver for the Rocky Mountain Grizz. Ben Simmons, second. Betcher comes in with 11 catches for 229 yards, and Simmons at 9 catches for 174 yards. The defensive stats in this game as these teams get ready to match it up. Top defender for the Wind River Cougars, for Rocky Mountain, Jackson Hanusa. and he's joined by Nate Minnemeyer on defense, Ben Simmons, and Russell Crosby and Dylan Clendenden for the Rocky Mountain Grizz. Wind River, on the other hand, their top defender, Cooper Frederick, comes in averaging 16.1 defensive points per game. Next is J.C. Herbert and Calder Johnson. So those are some of the stats going into this one. And now we'll look at the starting lineups here on the pregame show. First for the Rocky Mountain Grizz, it will be Ben Simmons. The Rocky Mountain Grizz won the opening flip. They deferred, so Wind River's going to receive and go north here in the first half. So on defense for Rocky Mountain, Ben Simmons at cornerback, Carson Weber at cornerback, Russell Crosby at middle linebacker, Maddox Ames at linebacker, Brady Fossen at cornerback, Keldon Betcher at cornerback, Jackson Hanusa at outside linebacker, Nate Minnemeyer comes in at defensive tackle, and Dylan Clendenden at defensive tackle for the Rocky Mountain Grizz. Starters for the Wind River Cougars at quarterback tonight, starting in place of Chris Burke is Carter Fowler. J.C. Herbert is out at running back along with Burke tonight. Running back Cooper Frederick, he's a 5'8", 170-pound junior. Braden Tatro, a 5'8", 160-pound sophomore, will start in place of Herbert in the game. Calder Johnson will start at running back tonight, 6'1", 185-pound senior. Casey Beefus will start. Keziah Jones will start on the line, a 5'10", 235-pound junior. Casey Beefus, a 6 foot, 195-pound senior. TJ Halleck, a 6'1", 190-pound senior. Tucker Jensen, a 6'5", 240-pound senior. Those are your Wind River Cougar starters in this game. So as we get ready to roll in this one, you can take those off. And we're getting ready to go here. A win tonight would give Wind River the second seed in the upcoming 1A 9-man playoffs, and they would host a playoff game next week, most likely against Saratoga, Lusk, or Wright. And it could be Lingle Fort Laramie too, depending on how the Southeast Pine Bluffs game goes tonight. So we're about ready to get underway, and the kick is a squib down the middle of the field. It will bounce off a Wind River Cougar, and he loses the ball, and the ball went off, looks like Aiden Ruby, and it was recovered by Rocky Mountain. So the opening kickoff works the way the Grizz wanted it to go, and we're underway with 11:57 to go first quarter. So Rocky Mountain will get the ball back to start the second half, and coming out for the Rocky Mountain Grizzlies in this game will be the quarterback Carson Weber, 6'2", 185-pound senior, leading his Grizz. Rocky Mountain tries to run a I formation, and they try to balance their offense. Carson under center, one receiver right. He'll hand off straight up the middle, and we'll get a gang tackle by Wind River. And that first run goes to Maddox Ames, the 5'10", 180-pound senior for the Wind River Cougars. In on that tackle, Cooper Frederick and a host of defenders. On this left side of the line for Wind River, also in on that tackle, Casey Beefus. It'll be 2nd and 8 for Rocky Mountain. Just underway, first quarter. A little dribbling kickoff was recovered by Rocky Mountain after it bounced off Aiden Ruby. Here's the handoff left side. It'll be Ames on the carry. And the stop goes to Calder Johnson. 3rd and 7. So 2 runs, and I would sort of expect Weber to pass it here on 3rd and 7 at the 32 of Wind River. Weber, he'll hand it off back again left side to Ames. He's going to get a first down and more as he makes his way toward the 20-yard line. Hit on the play by Cooper Frederick. Also the hit by Aiden Ruby for the Wind River Cougars defense. Stiff wind here coming straight out of the northwest, gusts up near 30 miles an hour at kickoff, but the temperature is over 60 degrees. It's a beautiful night for running football. We'll see if Rocky Mountain puts it in the air. 1st and 10 at Wind River's 20. Weber under center, I formation, receiver in motion. He'll hand off straight up the middle to the fullback, who will be wrestled down in a big way by Tucker Jensen. Good tackle by Jensen. That run will go to Jackson Hanusa. The Hanusa, 5'8", 140-pound senior for Rocky Mountain. 2nd down and 8 for Rocky Mountain at about the 18-yard line of Wind River. Here's Weber under center. He'll hand off right side to Ames. He'll be knocked outside. Carter Fowler went low, couldn't get him, but Calder Johnson will bring down Ames on the run, which goes to about the 11-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 1 for Rocky Mountain, and Carter Fowler stuck his head down and tried to trip up Ames, and as they say in baseball, he whiffed. 3rd down, they're going to say about 1.5 yards for a 1st down. The guy that was wearing a purple wig last week is up here with a headset on tonight. 3rd and 2 for Rocky Mountain. Here's Weber. He will get the 1st down. It'll go over the 10 and down to about the 7-yard line, where it'll be 1st and goal for Rocky Mountain. 9:01 to play, 1st quarter. So after the muffed kickoff, Rocky Mountain has driven now well into the red zone. 1st and goal at the 7 for the Rocky Mountain Grizzlies. Beautiful night for football here in Pavilion. Leroy center field. Weber under center, one receiver right. He'll pass it right. It's caught, but Fowler making a nice cover play on that receiver, Brady Fawson, for Rocky Mountain. It'll be a no gain on the play. About a gain of 1, they say. So 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line. 8:13 and counting, 1st quarter from Pavilion. Weber under center. One receiver right, one receiver left. He'll take the quarterback sneak up the middle. It'll go inside the 5, but the big guys got the tackle on that play. It was Casey Beefus and Tucker Jensen on the tackle for the Cougars. 3rd and goal now, right at the 4-yard line. 3rd and goal. 7:37 and counting here in the 1st quarter. Rocky Mountain would kick the ball off to start the game after winning the flip, and a muffed kickoff resulted in this drive. Here's the pass, incomplete toward the end zone, and that pass intended for number 88. And I don't have him on the roster here. We'll have to find number 88. Fourth down and 4 yards to go for a touchdown. Big defensive set right here for the Wind River Cougars. Weber under center. One receiver right side. That's Kai Atani. There's a counter off the left side. Touchdown, Rocky Mountain. And that'll go on a 4-yard run to Maddox Ames. So Maddox Ames scores from 4 yards out on the initial series of the game. And it's 6-0 Rocky Mountain. I believe Rocky Mountain will go for it. Nope, they'll kick it. And it looks like Haslam's on for the PAT. He's got the pink shoes. Spot is bobbled. Carson Weber yells fire, throws it over the middle, incomplete. Good coverage by Cooper Frederick, and that's a big stop. With 6:40 to play first quarter, it's Rocky Mountain 6, Wind River 0. We'll take a break. We'll be back. This is Fremont County Game of the Week on KWYW, and we're streaming on YouTube at WYO Today.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit nreca.org.
Welcome back. 6:40 to play first quarter. Nate Minnemeyer to kick it off for Rocky Mountain. It was Minnemeyer's kick that went off Aiden Ruby's hand. They're going to kick it right back, and it'll go out of bounds as Cooper Frederick was moved up into that spot on the last time. So 6-0 Rocky Mountain as we get the scoreboard fixed here in the first quarter. 6:40 to play, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Rocky Mountain, and I'm sorry, for Wind River. Wind River team being led tonight by senior Carter Fowler as the junior Chris Burke out of the game tonight with a knee injury suffered last week against Shoshone. Also out of this game, the starting right wing in this offense, J.C. Herbert. And we're going to kick it off again. It looks like Wind River decided that they were going to accept a penalty. It'll move the kickoff back to the 35-yard line. So Minnemeyer will tee it up again. 6-0 game, 6:40 to play, first quarter. And Minnemeyer's going to kick it down that left side toward Cooper Frederick again. Here's the kick, and it's going to go right down the middle that time, and picked up on the play by Mado Amos, and he'll be taken down at the 31-yard line. So 1st and 10, that would have been J.C. Herbert on a normal night, but J.C. not playing tonight. So Fowler will get the first call of the game coming in from Coach Frederick. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. 6:33 to play, first quarter. Fowler in the short gun, one receiver right, one receiver left. In motion, and Fowler's going to run the ball. He's going to get the corner, well, nearly, and he'll be taken down for a loss. It'll be back to the 29-yard line. Second and 11 for Wind River at the 29. Actually, 2nd and 12, we'll call it. Wind River out on offense. Braden Tatro, one of these starting running backs tonight. Here's Cooper Frederick. He'll cut it back inside, and he's going to be knocked down, and it'll be another loss. Well, no, they'll get it up near the 30-yard line, so gain of about 1 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. And so far, Wind River looking a little out of sorts without their quarterback and senior running back in the game. Fowler in the huddle. They'll break the huddle. And in the short gun, here's Fowler. Right beside him, Calder Johnson in motion. Cooper Frederick, he'll get it around the right side, out over the 40-yard line, near the first down. We'll see where they mark it. One guy's got a first down on one side. The other guy is a bit short. And it'll go to the guy on the far side. Looks like it's enough for a first down. It is. So gain of 11 yards on that run by Cooper Frederick. Good individual effort, good blocking by the front of that Wind River offensive line. 5:05 to play in this first quarter. First down and 10 at the 41-yard line. Fowler in the short gun, Tatro in motion. They'll hand it straight up the middle to Calder Johnson. And he's going to roar out over nearly the 50-yard line. He'll be wrestled down at about the 49.5. And it'll be 2nd and 2 for Wind River. So good run right up the middle of the defense. Thank you very much. So now we finally got the entire Rocky Mountain roster. Here's Fowler in the short gun. He'll hand off straight ahead to Johnson. He'll be wrestled down, and then he'll bust it outside to the left. Johnson over the 50 and taken down at the 39. It looked like he was wrapped up, but he broke it out around the left end, and it's a first down all the way down to the 38-yard line of Rocky Mountain. So that time, Calder Johnson, the 6'1", 185-pound senior, with a run of 8 yards and then another run of 11 yards. And it's first down at Rocky Mountain's 38. There's Fowler in the short gun. He'll fake it inside, bring it to Frederick, and he'll be wrestled down by a host of Rocky Mountain Grizzlies on the play. First one there, number 32, Jackson Anusa for Rocky Mountain. He's the outside linebacker on the left side of Rocky Mountain's defense. 2nd and right at 10 yards to go for Wind River. Fowler in the short gun. In motion, Tatro, low snap. Fowler has to go down on the play, and Hanusa will keep him there, and they lost all the way back to the 47-yard line. It will be 3rd and 18 for Wind River. 3:09 to play, first quarter from Pavilion. Rocky Mountain up 6-0 here in the first quarter. Wind River been going with 2 quarterbacks most of the year as Chris Burke gets most of the running part of this offense. Here's Fowler. He will fade to pass. He'll come around the left side, throw it toward the sidelines, and he'll throw it out of bounds. Pass intended for Cooper Frederick. Coverage on that play by Ben Simmons of Rocky Mountain, and it'll be 4th down for Wind River. And I believe the Cougars may punt it away. We'll see what the call is. 2:41 to play, first quarter. And they will punt it away, as coming on to punt is Keziah Jones. Jones handles all the place kicking for this Wind River team and also the punting. Snap to Jones. He'll get it off. Kick going to go down. It's going to land on about the 24-yard line, and it will be downed right at the 25. So first down and 10 for Rocky Mountain. 2:38 to play, first quarter. We'll take a quick break on the Fremont County Game of the Week.
Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care. In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Welcome back. 1st and 10 for Rocky Mountain. Here's Carson Weber He'll get the edge, fake out a guy, and then be out over the 40-yard line where he's ran out of bounds by Calder Johnson. Nice nifty run there by Carson Weber. And a first down, gain of about 15 yards for Rocky Mountain. 1st and 10 now at the 40. 2:31 to play, first quarter, 6-0 ball game. Rocky Mountain took their opening possession of the game and ended up scoring on a 4-yard touchdown run by Maddox Ames with 6:40 to play. Here's Weber in the gun, 2 receivers set for Rocky Mountain. He'll fade to pass, throw it left side, complete on the play. Ben Simmons, he's over the 40 of Wind River to the 30, where he'll be wrestled out on the 24-yard line. Big gain on first down. That'll be a gain of 34 yards on the pass play from Weber to Simmons. So 1st and 10 for Rocky Mountain. And Carson Weber, he has an arm to be a weapon in this game. Coverage on that play by Wind River's Mato Amos. And for a second there, it looked like Amos had the angle to maybe intercept that, but it went for naught, and Simmons rumbled 34 yards for a first down. Here's Weber. He'll lose the snap over his head. He's got to run back, being tackled out of bounds on the 39-yard line. It's going to be a huge loss on the play. Cooper Frederick on that tackle after the bad snap that went over Weber's head. So big break for the Cougars. And the ball now at the 39-yard line. They've got to go all the way to the 14. So 2nd and 25 for Rocky Mountain for a first down. 150 and counting here at Leroy Center Field in Pavilion. Senior night for the Wind River Cougars, trying to improve their playoff standing with a win tonight. Here's Weber. He'll roll right. It's student body right. Calder Johnson giving pursuit. He can't get there. Fowler will run him out of bounds at the 23-yard line. And a good gain by Weber all the way from the 40 to the 24. Well, it's going to go near the 21-yard line, so that'll be a run of 19 yards for Carson Weber. 3rd and 7 now for Rocky Mountain at the 21 of Wind River. Nothing fancy, it's just Carson Weber on that naked bootleg. Running backs in front of him. One receiver right, 3rd and 7. Here's Weber. He'll hand straight up the middle to Amos. Nice tackle on the play by Calder Johnson. And he'll limit that to a gain of about 1 yard or so as it will move right to the 20-yard line. 4th and 6 for Rocky Mountain. 1:05 and counting here in the first quarter in this fast-moving Thursday night football game. Leaves are beautiful, but it's promising to end this weekend. We could see snow right here in Pavilion. 4th and 6 at the 20. Here's Carson Weber under center. He'll run it right side. Reverse back the other way. Nobody's there. Cooper Frederick giving chase. It's going to be a first down and more. As on that reverse, it would be Keldon Betcher. It was looking like a student body right, and then they hand off back the other way, and it'll be a 1st and goal at the 3-yard line of Wind River. Unfortunately, nobody stayed home on the right side of Wind River's defense. 33 seconds to play as Betcher with the big run on 4th down. 1st and goal at the 3. Weber under center. One receiver right. He'll hand off up the middle. Couple hits. And to the end zone, just short. Run on that play by Maddox Ames. And now it's going to be inside the 1. You know it's close when Wind River lines up in the end zone. 2nd and goal. And that's going to do it here in the first quarter. We're going to swap ends of the field, but first we'll take a break. It's 6-0. Rocky Mountain threatened to score. We'll be back with the second quarter of play after a break. This is Wind River Football on the Fremont County Game of the Week.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Welcome back. 6-0 ball game as we get ready for the second quarter of play. Rocky Mountain threatening inside the 1. Steady wind coming out of the northwest, 16 miles per hour, gusting to 25. And it'll be 2nd down and less than a yard for the Rocky Mountain Grizz. This is the Fremont County Game of the Week. Carson Weber under center. 2 running backs, 1 receiver right. He'll sneak it in, and it's a touchdown for Rocky Mountain. At the 11:57 mark of the second quarter, Rocky goes up 12-0 on the WowToday.com scoreboard. So Rocky has had the ball twice, and they've scored twice. So 11:57 to play in the second quarter, and now Rocky likely to go for 2. We'll see what they're planning. And they will do exactly that. I formation, Carson Weber under center, 1 receiver right. He'll roll right side, looking to pass the ball. He'll be ran back toward the left, and he's going to get that 2-point conversion on an athletic play. It's good. So Weber's run ups the lead to 14-0 Rocky Mountain here with 11:57 to play first half. We'll be back. This is the Fremont County Game of the Week on KWYW, and we're streaming on WYO Today at YouTube.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Welcome back. 14-0 Rocky Mountain as we change the scoreboard. And Rocky Mountain will kick off now from the south heading toward the north here at Leroy Center Field. Just underway, second quarter. Rocky Mountain has touched the ball twice, and they've scored twice. First time in the first quarter on a 4-yard touchdown run by Maddox Ames with 6:40 to go in the first quarter, and the second score coming a few minutes ago on a 1-yard Carson Weber run. Weber would run it in for the 2-point conversion, and Rocky Mountain up early, 14-0. Best news for Wind River, it's early in the game, and there's plenty of time to come back. So here's Minnemeyer. He's kicked off twice, and this time he kicks it off deep. And it's going to bounce toward the end line, but picked up by Carter Fowler inside the 10. He'll cut back and be taken down just outside the 10. Good strategy by Rocky Mountain on that kickoff. So Wind River will start the drive deep in their own end, and I looked like Fowler maybe came up limping a little bit after that big gang tackle by the Rocky Mountain Grizz. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. Wind River Cougars come out in their usual set. 2 wings and a running back joining Carter Fowler. Fowler nearly fumbles a snap, and he's going to have to go down inside the 5-yard line on the big rush that time by Nate Minnemeyer. Also in on that rush for Rocky Mountain was Keldon Betcher. 2nd down now and long for Wind River, deep in their own end of this field. Looks like they've got to go to the 21. I'm going to say it's 2nd 18 or so. 2nd and 18 for Wind River. 11-12 to play, first half. Fowler in the short gun. He'll pitch it out right side to Cooper Frederick. Frederick trying to get the edge. He will be taken down inside the 5. He loses the ball, but he's down on the play. And now it'll be 3rd and 18 for the Cougars. Wind River playing tonight without the services of starting quarterback Chris Burke and senior running back J.C. Herbert. Both injured last week against Shoshone, and both hoping to be back next week in the first round of the 9-man playoffs. 10:30 in counting here in the first half. 3rd and 17 for the Cougars. Fowler standing right on his own end zone line. In motion, Fowler back to pass. Little screen pass over the middle to Frederick. He'll bust it out to the outside, but be taken down by 2 different tacklers for Rocky Mountain. In on that tackle, Brady Fossen and Jackson Hanusa. And now the ball deep in Wind River's end on 4th down and 11. So Rocky Mountain with that big lead, 14-0, is able to blitz on nearly every play. Back deep for Rocky Mountain will be Maddox Ames. He'll be at about his own 48. As stepping in to kick it away is Keziah Jones. Jones' second punt. He'll get it off, and the ball will be taken on the 49 of Wind River. Here's Ames. He'll cut outside, inside the 30 to the 25, and he'll be taken down at the 23. Rocky Mountain will have outstanding field position on their 3rd possession of this game. 9:15 to play, first half. We'll take a quick break and be back. This is Wind River football on the Fremont County Game of the Week.
Comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
Welcome back. 1st and 10 for Wind River on the 24 of Wind River. Rocky Mountain. Here's a long pass toward the end zone, off the hands and incomplete of the wide receiver. That'll be Colin Haslam, incomplete. Wide open on the play. 2nd and 10 for Rocky Mountain. 9:10 to play, first half. Rocky Mountain with a 14-0 lead on the Wind River Cougars. It's Rocky Mountain with 2 conference losses. Wind River with 1 conference loss. Weber under center. He'll hand it off to Ames. Ames busts it out inside the 20. He'll take on tacklers, including Calder Johnson, and gain to about the 17 of Wind River. It'll be 3rd and 3 now for Rocky Mountain at the 17-yard line of Wind River. Weber under center, one receiver right, I formation behind him. Weber will fade back to pass, looking left, throws it over the middle, wide open, touchdown. 17-yard touchdown pass to Jackson Hanusa. So Rocky now up 20-0 here in the second quarter. Weber to Hanusa, 17-yard touchdown pass. And I believe they'll come on and try the extra point now as Colin Haslam will line it up and kick it left-footed for Rocky Mountain. 8:56 to play, first half, in a one-sided score so far. Here's Haslam's kick. It's through the uprights. It's good. So Haslam with the PAT, and it's 21-0 Rocky Mountain. We'll be back. This is the Fremont County Game of the Week on KWYW, and we're streaming on WYO Today at YouTube.
After a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help. In Lander and Riverton.
Welcome back, 21-0 here at Pavilion. Rocky Mountain by 3 touchdowns as we get ready to kick it off with 8:56 to play first half. Here's another short kick. It's going to be covered up by Wind River at its own 33-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10 as Cooper Frederick on that football. Wind River trying to get some sort of offense going in this game, and so far unsuccessful. They've punted twice. Rocky Mountain has had 3 possessions. They've scored 3 touchdowns. Wind River on the other side, 2 possessions and 2 punts. 1st down and 10 at the 33-yard line. 8:56 to play first half. Here's Fowler in the short gun. 2 wings. Frederick in motion. Rolling right side is Fowler. He's going to have to evade some tacklers. He does. Throws it down the left side, and it's caught out of bounds that time by a Rocky Mountain Grizz. That was catching that ball, Maddox Ames, the starting running back, already with 1 touchdown in this game. So Fowler was running for his life back in the backfield, and I don't think anybody turned the clock on. So 8:46. Second and 10 at the 33. Fowler in the short gun. He'll hand it off right side. Cooper Frederick cuts inside, breaks it outside, and now he can turn on the wheels, but he'll take on the tackler, and we'll get a Wind River 1st down on the play. That tackle by the quarterback of Rocky Mountain, Carson Weber. So first down and 10 for Wind River. I thought Frederick, if he made a couple more steps, might have broken that thing plumb down the sidelines, but he chose to take on the Rocky Mountain tackler. 8:30 and counting in the first half. And in a 21-0 game. So Fowler out in the shotgun. Frederick in motion. Fowler going to hand it off back inside and tackled Braden Tatro. He'll lose the ball. And covering the fumble was Blake Snyder. And a big loss for the Cougars. Cougars all the way back now to their own 34-yard line. Second and about 19 at their own 34-yard line. 7:38 and counting here in the first half. Fowler in the shotgun. In motion, Tatro. He'll get the ball, and he'll break it around the left end where he's going to be taken down on the play by Hanusa. Jackson Hanusa, the linebacker, with the big tackle. Third and about 21 now as that play lost 2 more yards. Seven minutes to play, first half. Wind River wins tonight. They secure the number 2 seed from the west side. But they could finish as low as the number 3 seed. Fowler in the shotgun. Fowler will drive right side. He's going to take it himself, looking for an opening in the Rocky Mountain defense, and there is none. Hanusa getting great penetration as Calder Johnson tried to fend him off, and it forced Fowler toward the sidelines where it's no gain. And now 4th and a mile. 4th and 21 at the 32-yard line. On to punt, Keziah Jones for Wind River. 6 minutes and counting here in the first half. And the snap, a bad one. Jones flips it out, and it's going to be picked up on the play and taken in about 22 yards on a fumble recovery, and it is a touchdown on the play. That's going to go to Russell Crosby, a 5'8", 155-pound senior for Rocky Mountain. 22 yards on the fumble recovery for Rocky Mountain. So Crosby, 22-yard fumble recovery. It was a bad snap that went to the left side of Jones. He tried to throw the ball or pick it up, and it went forward where Crosby picked it up and rumbled 22 yards for a touchdown. Now the officials getting together to talk that over. And he may have tried to pass it. I believe that's what they're talking about. And we'll see what the call is here. It's going to go on Wind River. They're going to say an illegal forward pass, and that's kind of what it looked like. So it will not go as a touchdown for Rocky Mountain, but Rocky Mountain will get the ball deep inside Wind River territory. 1st and 10 at the 25. 5:46 to play first half. Now they're waving the guys on the sticks. They were thinking about Thursday night NFL football, and they were, nope, you got to move it another 10, guys. There you go. We face these problems in Riverton Junior Football League, and they're facing them tonight out here at Wind River High School. All right, now we're set. 1st and 10 for Rocky Mountain at the 25 of Wind River. 21-0 ball game. Second quarter, Weber in the short gun. In motion, a receiver, and Weber's going to roll to the right. He'll throw it right, and it'll be incomplete. 2nd and 10 now at Wind River's 25. That play just kind of went nowhere from the start. And it'll be 2nd and 10. And boy, if you looked at the hands on that back judge out there, he missed it right in the hands. 2nd and 10 for Rocky Mountain. .541 to play, first half. 21-0 lead for Rocky Mountain. Here's Weber in the short gun. Receivers each side, one running back. Now in motion, Haslam from the left side. It'll be handoff to Hanusa. And a big tackle by Calder Johnson. No gain on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 10. Third and 10 for Rocky Mountain at the 25-yard line. .514 to play, first half. Weber in the gun. Receiver each side. He'll fade to pass. Little screen pass out on the left side to Ames. And wrapping up and making a nice tackle for Wind River is Aiden Ruby. So that'll bring 4th and 10 on the 25, and we'll see if Wind River's defense can stiffen up here and get the ball back. Cougars need some momentum going in at the end of this first half. Earlier score from tonight, it was Big Piney 34 and Riverside 0, and that eliminated Riverside from the playoffs. So right now, Shoshone's the number 1 seed out of the West. Winner of this game might end up as the number 2 seed. Wind River, if they win, would be the number 2 seed. We've got a timeout on the field as Rocky Mountain takes its first timeout with 4:17 to play, first half. This is the Fremont County Game of the Week on KWYW.
There are 2 ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
4th down and 11 at the 26-yard line. Here's Weber. He will fake the end-around play and head inside. He'll have a first down and a touchdown on a 26-yard run on a 4th and 11 play, but there is a flag on the play. Officials get together. We'll see if this touchdown run will stand up. They fake the end around, and a holding call going to go on Rocky Mountain, and a big break for Wind River. 4:06 to play, first half, and they will replay 4th down. This time it'll be 4th and 20, depending on where they place it. It's not going to be quite 20 yards. It'll be 4th and about 18 for Rocky Mountain at the 33-yard line. They've got to get down to about the 16-yard line for a first down. You cannot discount the weapon that Carson Weber is on offense for Rocky Mountain. If this score stands, just looking at the playoff scenarios, Wind River would drop to the number 3 seed if they lose this game. You win, you're the number 2 seed. Here's Weber under center. He'll drop to pass. Looking long over the middle, wide open, but he'll throw it on the other side of the receiver for Rocky Mountain, Brady Fossen. And that's a small victory as Wind River holds on 4th down. And they've got 3:34 to mount a scoring drive. 21-0, and this scoring drive, or this next drive, is very important because Rocky Mountain will get the ball when we start the second half here in Pavilion. 1st and 10 at the 33 for Wind River. Fowler in the gun. Frederick will get the ball. He'll try to break it in the middle. We've got a face mask by Nate Minnemeyer as he reached out, got a handful of Frederick's face mask on the play, so it's going to go as a 15-yard penalty now on Rocky Mountain. 3:29 to play in this first half, and that'll be a big gain. It's a spot foul. Nope, it's a foul from the line of scrimmage. I was wrong on that. And they're going to say 5 yards. I don't buy it. He had a hold. He had a big old handful of that face mask. So it'll be 1st and 5 for Wind River. They're going to say it was an incidental face mask. So 1st and 5 at the 38 for the Cougars. Fowler in the gun. Frederick in motion. Calder Johnson. Good run up the middle. Near a first down. It'll be close. And now you're not only battling the Rocky Mountain defense, you're battling the clock. Ball's going to be marked at the 44-yard line. They'll say first down. Actually, the 43. So 1st down and 10 for Wind River. 3:09 and counting. The interior of this Rocky Mountain defense, very tough. Got to try to work the edges if you can. Here's Fowler in motion. Handoff, fake, back to Frederick. And he'll cut inside and get across the 45, where he's taken down at the 46-yard line. 2nd and 7 for Wind River. 2:34 and counting here in the second quarter. 21-0 lead for the Rocky Mountain Grizzlies. A lot of playoff seeding implications in this game. Already tonight, Big Piney with a 34-0 win over Riverside, which eliminated Riverside from the playoffs. Here's Fowler. He'll take the quarterback sneak up near the 50-yard line. They're going to mark it at about the 48. 3rd down and about 6. Timeout Wind River. 1:57 to play first half. We'll take a break. This is the Fremont County Game of the Week on KWYW.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our expert.
Welcome back. 3rd and 4 at the 49. Here's a pitch to Frederick, and he'll be dropped with no gain. So it'll go 4th and 4 at the 49 for Wind River. Cougars, if the rushing game is working, they're tough, and tonight it's been tough going for the Cougars without the services of senior running back J.C. Herbert. Can run this offense with its 2 wings. It's the kind of a version of the wing T when you've got all your horses. Got to have great athletes to run this offense. Here's Fowler in the short gun. Handoff straight up the middle to Johnson. He's going to get a first down inside the 50 all the way down to the 43. And a gutted out run there by senior Calder Johnson. 1:11 to play, first half, and now we'll see if the Cougars can finish off this drive. Back-to-back first downs. Fowler in the gun. We're inside 1:03 and inside a minute as Fowler fades to pass. It'll be a little screen pass over the middle, incomplete. That pass intended for Caden Jones. Unfortunately, Cooper Frederick was standing right there, and I'm not sure that either guy knew if they should go for it. So 58 seconds, 2nd and 10 at the 44 of Rocky Mountain. So 2nd and 10 as the Cougars make their way toward the line of scrimmage. Fowler in the short gun. In motion, Tatro. Fake to him. Frederick will get the handoff, and now they're just able to focus. Cooper, though, cuts it back and over the 40-yard line. A gutsy run on the play, and it'll be down 3rd down and about 6, and we'll get a timeout called on the play with 43 seconds to play in the half. 21-0 lead for the Rocky Mountain Grizz. We'll be back. This is the Fremont County Game of the Week on KWYW, and we're streaming on WYO Today at YouTube.
Using the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Did you know the Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness in Thermopolis also has something called the Gotchi Wellness Center? It's your dream gym with cardio equipment, cable machines, free weights and dumbbells, hydraulic resistance machines, and personal trainers that care about your goals. The Wellness Center is huge and includes a rock wall, pegboard.
Welcome back. 3rd and 6 at the 40. Fowler will drop to pass. Another try at a screen, and it's going to be, they're going to say, incomplete. It was nearly picked off on the play. And on defense that time, Kelton Betcher. That ball went off the hands of Cooper Frederick. And now the Wind River Cougars, they're seeing some emotion out there from some of the players. It will go now 4th and 6 as the play coming in. 38 seconds to play, first half. 4th and 6 for the Cougars. We'll see what kind of play Coach Frederick has called. Here's a fake inside, same call to Cooper Frederick. He's going to get a first down and more inside the 30, and down near the 27-yard line is Cooper Frederick. The clock did not start, and it did just now, and only a second ran off the clock. So that'll help the Cougars. Wind River timeout. 33 seconds to play first half in a 21-0 lead for Rocky Mountain. We're back.
Bags, squat rack, and a whole lot more. Check out the Senior Wellness class. To take the first step to a healthier you, visit gotchi.org.
Back when I was riding in rodeos, I always made sure I was locked in, good and tight. Now as a touring musician, crisscrossing the country, I still make sure I'm locked in, good and tight. Of course I do. Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Jay Collins here.
Welcome back. 1st and 10 at the 27 of Rocky Mountain, and 5 seconds did run off the clock on that run by Cooper Frederick. Here's Fowler in the short gun. 1st and 10. And now we'll get Rocky Mountain jumping off sides. And so that will help Rocky Mountain, or I'm sorry, Wind River. The ball will go inside the 25 down to the 22-yard line. 1st and 5 for the Cougars. 33 seconds to play, first half. Cougars trying to get on the scoreboard. There's Fowler in the short gun. He'll drop back. Tried to hand it to Frederick. It did not work on the play. And it'll be a loss of 3 yards. 2nd and 2 with the clock running now inside 20. And Fowler will down the ball. He'll clock it with 18 seconds to play. So 3rd down for Wind River at the 25-yard line. 25-yard line. We'll keep it here. Tonight it was Big Piney 34, Riverside 0. So that eliminates Riverside. And now tonight's, it'll be settled tonight. Either Wind River, Rocky Mountain, or Big Piney will end up with the number 2 seed. Big Piney cannot get the number 2 seed, so it's between Wind River and Rocky Mountain. Here's Cooper Frederick. He'll run it around the outside and be taken down at the 25-yard line. Clock winds in, sword 10 seconds, and he clocks it on 4th down. And it'll be Rocky Mountain football on that clocking. So Fowler had to throw the ball on that play, and he didn't realize what down it was. So it'll go over on downs to Rocky Mountain. And it'll be 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line for the Grizz with 4 seconds to play in the first half. And we'll see what the Rocky Mountain Grizz decide to do here. They broke the huddle with 10 players, but that doesn't seem to matter. Here's Weber. He'll down it, and that'll do it here at the end of the second quarter. Rocky Mountain with a big first half. They scored 2 touchdowns in the second quarter. They scored 1 touchdown in the first, and they lead the Wind River Cougars at the half. It's Rocky Mountain 21, Wind River 0. We'll be back with the halftime show brought to you by WyoToday.com. This is Wind River football in the Fremont County Game of the Week.
County athletes, good luck this year. Stop down at Fremont Chevy to talk sports and let me help you purchase your next vehicle. Jay Collins, your local sales professional at Fremont Chevy Buick GMC. 307-349-7846.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn and Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County School Athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit nreca.org.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Welcome back. Halftime score here. Rocky Mountain 21 and Wind River 0. It was Rocky Mountain scoring on 3 of their 5 first half possessions. They would take their first possession, and unfortunately they kicked off to open the game, and it was a muffed punt over on the 35-yard line, or a muffed kickoff, on the 35-yard line, and recovered by Rocky Mountain on the opening kickoff. About 6 plays later, it was Maddox Ames scoring on a 4-yard touchdown run at the 6:40 mark of the first quarter. The the kick was no good. It's 6-0 Rocky Mountain. Second quarter would open, and Carson Weber would score on a 1-yard touchdown run with 11:57 to play in the first half. He would run it in for 2 points on the conversion, and it was 14-0 Rocky Mountain. About 4 minutes later, it was Weber hooking up with Hanusa on a 12-yard or a 17-yard touchdown pass at the 8:56 mark to improve the lead to 20-0, and then Colin Haslam would come on and kick the PAT to give Rocky Mountain its 21-0 lead at the end of the first half. Earlier today, it was the Big Piney Punchers taking a 34-0 win over the Riverside Rebels, and that would knock Riverside out of the playoff hunt with its loss. So right now, Wind River, Rocky Mountain, Big Piney, they could all end up in the 2, 3, or 4 seed. We'll see how it goes. But Big Piney is in the playoffs and Riverside is out. Shoshone, the number 1 seed out of the West. On the east side of the state, Pine Bluffs and Southeast will battle tomorrow for a number 1 seed out of the East. Pine Bluffs would get the number 1 seed with a win. Southeast would get the number 1 seed with a win. Lingo Fort Laramie, well, they would get a number 3 seed with a win. Lusk would get the number 4 seed with a win and a Saratoga loss. Now, there's all kinds of scenarios in place that would either put Lusk in the playoffs, Saratoga in the playoffs, or Wright in the playoffs. But what we know for sure is that Pine Bluffs or Southeast will be the number 2 and number 3 seed out of the east side of Class 1A 9-man. So worst case scenario tonight would send Wind River on the road in the first round of the playoffs. So a big second half is needed by the Cougars. This is the halftime show brought to you by Central Wyoming College. We've got about 4.5 minutes to go before we kick it off here at a windy Leroy Center Field. We've got winds steady about 18 miles an hour, gusting to nearly 30 miles an hour as Rocky Mountain comes back on the field here. And we'll be back. This is the Fremont County Game of the Week. It's the regular season finale of our first year at Fremont County Game of the Week. We've had a blast, and we'll be back with the second half of play. Hey, the good news for me is I'll be home next Friday in Shoshone. We'll be back on KWYW, and we're streaming on WYO Today at YouTube.
Sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Did you know the Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness in Thermopolis also has something called the Gotchi Wellness Center? It's your dream gym with cardio equipment, cable machines, free weights and dumbbells, hydraulic resistance machines, and personal trainers that care about your goals. The Wellness Center is huge and includes a rock wall, pegboard, sled, tires, punching bags, squat rack, and a whole lot more. Check out the Senior Wellness class. To take the first step to a healthier you, visit gotchi.org.
Welcome back. This is the Central Wyoming College halftime show. We've got a minute to go before the second half kickoff. Rocky Mountain will receive the kickoff after they kicked off to start the game, and there was a muffed kick at the 35-yard line, recovered by Rocky Mountain. 6 plays later, they would score on a 4-yard run by Maddox Ames at the 6:40 mark of the first quarter. Yeah, you can take that off. The second quarter would open on a Carson Weber 1-yard touchdown run on the first play of the second quarter. Then Weber would score on the 2-point run to give Rocky a 14-0 lead. Then Rocky would come back at the 8:56 mark, and Weber would hit Hanusa on a 17-yard scoring pass to give Rocky a 20-0 lead. Colin Haslam would hit the PAT, and Rocky Mountain had a 21-0 lead. But Wind River did not go away, and they would gut out a short drive which would end at the 24-yard line of Rocky Mountain with 4 seconds to go in the first half on a 4th down that went for naught. So we'll keep talking about playoff scenarios. Right now, Wind River looking like it may get either the 3rd or 4th seed in the playoffs. They can finish no lower than 3rd. Okay.
If it gets close, they'll go 4th.
A 3rd seed would send Wind River on the road to open the playoffs at either Pine Bluffs or Southeast. Those 2 teams meet tomorrow, with Pine Bluffs being a big favorite in that game. So Wind River will kick it off. One of the busiest players in this game has been Keziah Jones, who's kicked the ball off once and punted it 3 times in the first half. So Jones will tee it up, and back deep for Rocky Mountain will be the starting tailback, Maddox Ames, and on the other side, number 32 is Jackson Hanusa. So they're deep, and we're getting ready to kick it off. And the kick will be a little squib past Minnemeyer, and they will fall on it at the 35-yard line. So Jackson Hanusa will cover that ball, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Rocky Mountain. I believe it's going to be right about the 35-yard line. just underway. Second half here at Pavilion, Leroy Center Field. Rocky Mountain on offense. And now the officials, well, these guys need to play catch. Need to practice this stuff. Well, it's week 8, high school season. I was teasing them at halftime about having stone hands. It's a warm night here at Pavilion, but heavy-duty winds blowing anywhere from about 18 to 25 miles an hour. Here's Weber under center. He'll hand it off to the tailback. And Wind River with good defense on the play. Cooper Frederick making an open field tackle on Maddox Ames. 2nd and 10, no gain for Rocky Mountain. I'll tell you, the runner that's done the most damage for Rocky Mountain tonight, the quarterback, Carson Weber. There was rumors all week that he was injured and would not play, but that wasn't true. He's been outstanding tonight for the Grizz. 11:26 to play, third quarter. Weber under center, one receiver right, I formation. Weber, hands off, fumbles on the ground. Wind River's going to cover it, and that's just what the Cougars needed. An early turnover covered by Calder Johnson. It'll be 1st and 10 for Wind River, and I was fairly sure it was a fumble, but I got a lot of help up here in the announcer's booth, and it is 1st and 10 for Wind River. Big break here. We'll see if the Cougars can capitalize. 11:15 to play, third quarter. Here's Fowler in the short gun. A pitch back left side to the running back, and he runs right into Nate Minnemeyer. And Minnemeyer will wrestle the running back out of bounds. That's going to be Remington Herbert on that rushing attempt. So the senior taken down for a short loss on the play. It'll be backed up outside the 35-yard line. 2nd down, we'll call it 11 at the 36. If you're the Rocky Mountain offense, you're looking for Cooper Frederick lined up at that left wing. Here's Fowler in the short gun. Handoff inside Frederick. He'll cut back. Carrying tacklers. He'll make his way toward the 30-yard line where he's wrestled down by a host of Rocky Mountain Grizz. 3rd down at the 31. It'll be 3rd and 7 for Wind River. First down, line to be gained, will be at the 25-yard line or thereabouts. 10:33 and counting as they face that northwest wind. Here's Fowler in the gun. He'll fade to pass. It's going to be a little screen pass over the middle to Frederick, and Rocky Mountain had that one zoned out as big tackle on the play by 86, Brennan Moore. So 4th and 7 at the 31. 10 minutes to play, first half. Cougars have struggled to get their offense going most of the night. Fowler in the short gun. In motion, Frederick. He's going to get the pitch. Cooper going to try to take the edge. He'll cut it up. He's going to get a first down inside the 25-yard line. Great blocking on the outside, and leading the way was Tucker Jensen and a host of Wind River players, including Casey Beefus on the play. First down for Wind River. Big first down by the Cougars. 9:33 and counting in the third quarter. Cougars were able to force a fumble, and Calder Johnson would fall on it, and now they've got a first down and they're driving. Here's Frederick, back to Calder Johnson, right into the middle of that Rocky defense, and no gain on the play for Johnson. Big tackle by the big man on the inside, Dylan Clendenin. I don't know how to say that. You sure? Clendenin. Okay. 2nd and 10 for Wind River. Should have just short up that to, Clen. Maybe that's what I'll call him. 2nd and 10 at the 25. Fowler, left side to Remington Herbert. He'll cut inside and be taken down by a host of tacklers. And in this game, you cannot run tentatively. He was doing a little bit of that, looking for a hole, and Rocky lowered the boom. 3rd and 10. 8:19 to play. Cooper Frederick probably going to see the ball here on 3rd and 10. 8:05 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. One thing about it, when you get a lot of running plays, the game goes by in a hurry. 7:25 p.m. on a Thursday night. Here's Fowler. He's going to take it around the left side. He'll have a nice gain on the play, about 5 yards for Carter Fowler as he's taken down on the play. Really high tackle. They had him around the neck. And Fowler will go down at the 20-yard line. Fourth and about 6 for Wind River. At the 20. They've got to get, looks like about to the 14-yard line for a first down. Here's Fowler in the short gun. He'll hand off straight up the middle. Calder Johnson. That's just smash mouth football, and Nate Minnemeyer has a hold of Johnson. It's going to be a short gain, and Rocky Mountain will hold. The Wind River will turn it over on downs. So Rocky holds, and it'll be first down. That was a gain of 1 by Johnson. First down and 10 at the 19 of Rocky Mountain. 7 minutes to play, 3rd quarter. Well, Wind River forced a turnover to open this 3rd quarter, and we'll see what they can do on their first possession or their second time out on defense. Weber under center. He'll roll right side. Another student body right for Carson Weber. He'll cut back left, and he's in the open. He started this one at the 19. He's over the 40 of Wind River, the 30, the 20. He's going to go all the way, 81 yards for a touchdown. That was Carson Weber to the right, cut to the left along the left sideline, right in front of the Rocky Mountain bench. 81 yards for a touchdown. So Weber now hands all over 3 touchdowns in this game, scored from 1 through a 17-yard touchdown pass, and now rumbles 81 yards for a score. Gives Rocky a 27-0 lead, as I believe Haslam's going to be out to kick the PAT. Colin Haslam wearing the pink shoes, kicking from the left side. Snap is down. Kick is on its way. It's good. 6:45 to play, 3rd quarter. Rocky Mountain 27, Wind River 0. We're back after a break. I'm sorry, 28-0. 6:45 to play, 3rd quarter. We're back after a break on KWYW.
Back when I was riding in rodeos, I always made sure I was locked in, good and tight. Now as a touring musician, crisscrossing the country, I still make sure I'm locked in, good and tight. Of course I do. Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Jay Collins here, and I want to wish all the Fremont County athletes good luck this year. Stop down at Fremont Chevy to talk sports and let me help you purchase your next vehicle. Jay Collins, your local sales professional at Fremont Chevy Buick GMC, 307-349-7846.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Welcome back. Short return on the play by Wind River. That return by Kesey Gibson, a senior, 5'8", 130-pounder for Wind River, and it'll be first down for the Cougars at their own 44. So first down 10, 6:35 to play third quarter in a 28-0 ball game. If this game ends this way, Wind River will go on the road and be the number 3 seed in next week's playoffs. Here's Fowler inside to Cooper Frederick. He'll cut back and a big run. Gain of 15 yards on the play as Cooper Frederick found the middle of the Rocky Mountain defense and rumbled 15 yards for a first down. Good looking run by Cooper Frederick. Frederick, a junior running back for Wind River. 6:24 and counting here in the third quarter. Wind River trying to get on the scoreboard. Here's Fowler in the short gun. Frederick in motion. Inside, they were going to do a counter. That handoff would have went to Remington Herbert, but nowhere to go. It just took too much time to develop, and the big man on the inside of Rocky Mountain's defense, led by Nate Minnemeyer and Clendenin, just blew that play up. 2nd and 14 for Wind River. Fowler in the short gun. Frederick in motion. He'll get the same call. He'll go through the middle of the Rocky defense and get the ball back past the original line of scrimmage and inside the 40-yard line down to about the 37, where it will be third down and 6. 5:13 to play third quarter in a 28-0 ball game. I'd like to say thanks to all the many sponsors of the Fremont County Game of the Week and all of Fremont County football. We've been bringing you 4 broadcasts per week on the Wind River Radio Network and streaming on YouTube. Here's Fowler in the short gun. Frederick in motion. He'll get the handoff. Similar play. He'll try to bust it to the outside, and he'll be wrestled down just inside the 25. It'll be a short gain of 2 yards on the play. 4th down and 3 for Wind River. 4:30 to play. They're right at the 34-ish. They've got to go just inside the 31 for a first down. Another big 4th down play for Wind River. 4th and a long 3 at the 34. Here's a handoff right side to Cooper Frederick. He's going to get a first down as he busted it back inside the tackle. And Frederick down to the 25-yard line. It's no secret when Wind River's going to try to run the football. And that time Cooper Frederick with another first down on a 4th down run. First down and 10 at the Rocky 25. Inside 3:50 to play in the third quarter. We did get a score in final. Shoshone 56 and the Natrona County JV 17. And Carter Fowler's going to be tackled for a huge loss on first down all the way back to the 35. It was a bad snap. I missed that. I was looking down at a score. Again, Shoshone 56, Natrona County's junior varsity 17. Shoshone be the number 1 seed out of the West. As it stands right now, Rocky Mountain will host a playoff game Friday in Cowley. Here's Fowler in the short gun. He faked the pitch. I thought he'd give it to Frederick. He did not. And Jackson Hanusa wrestles Fowler back for another loss. Back at the 38-yard line. And now it's going to be third and forever. About 25 yards as they're at the 38. It'll be third and 23 at the 38. 2:23 and counting here in the third quarter from Pavilion and Leroy Center Field. Cooper Frederick on the left side. Remington Herbert on the right. Calder Johnson in the backfield. Fowler will take a knee. He'll slip as he was following Calder Johnson around the right side. That'll be a loss of 1 on the play. And now 4th and 24 for Wind River. Cougars and Coach Frederick have pretty much given up the passing game in this one. And now it'll be 4th and 24, and on to punt it away is Keziah Jones. 1:30 and counting here in the third quarter. And now we're ready to punt it away. Jones kicking into a stiff wind. Big man gets it away. It's going to be blocked and picked up. Nate Minnemeyer going to be wrestled down on the 43, I guess, of Wind River. And a block punt. That block on the play going to go to Ben Simmons, the 6'4 senior. Pretty good basketball player, too, for Rocky Mountain. First down and 10 for the Grizzlies. 1:06 to play third quarter. That punt just took too long to set up. Simmons broke through, and then Minnemeyer got the lineman's chance to carry the football. There's Minnemeyer, another member of that Rocky Mountain basketball team. So 1st and 10 at Wind River's 43-yard line. Weber out in the gun, enjoying himself a beautiful night, passing and running. A pair of touchdowns running and a touchdown pass. Weber rolls left side. I believe we'll get a false start on Rocky Mountain. So that'll back him up 5. It'll be 1st and 15 at the 48-yard line. Referees were telling us something interesting, something they get used to on the bigger schools' fields. No hash marks in the middle of the field out here at Leroy Center Field. So I said to Rod Hall, I said, so that means you really have to count to 5 when you back them up, right? He just kind of looked at me. 1:06 to play third quarter. Weber under center, 1st and 15 for Rocky Mountain. Weber back to pass. He'll throw it complete left side to Haslam. Haslam breaks out down the sidelines. Can he get in? He does, past Frederick. It's going to go for a 48-yard touchdown pass. And that was Weber fighting Haslam, and then Haslam's speed just taking a hold. And a 48-yard touchdown pass from Weber to Haslam. This game getting away from Wind River. 34-0 as we're inside a minute to play in this third quarter. Haslam now. That's the fun thing about high school football. You catch a long touchdown pass, and then it's up to you to kick the extra point. Here's the snap. Hold is down. Kick is on the way. It's good. So Haslam catches that 48-yard touchdown pass from Carson Weber and then kicks the PAT, and it's Rocky Mountain 35, Wind River 0. We're back after a break. This is the Fremont County Game of the Week on KWYW, and we're streaming at WYO Today on YouTube.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit nreca.org.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Welcome back. That kickoff from Minnemeyer, covered by Aiden Ruby. It'll be first down and 10 for Wind River at their own 35-yard line. 52 seconds to play third quarter. And we're glad to be here on the Fremont County Game of the Week. We'll be in Shoshone next Friday. I believe they'll play Friday, right? Or Tucker?
They haven't established.
Usually play. Wyoming will be on the road next week. Carter Fowler will hand it up the middle to Calder Johnson, and a good run of about 7 yards for Calder Johnson on first down. Generally, in the last few years, it's been Friday night for that first round playoff game.
Except for the official shortage, they've got to play both days.
Okay, yep. Shortage of officials forcing the playoffs to be played on Friday and Saturday next week, so don't want to speak before we know what the matchups are. At a gain of 5 for Johnson, 2nd and 5 for Wind River. Pitch left side to Remington Herbert. He'll be taken down with a loss. It's going to be right at the line to gain, or the original line of scrimmage there. 2nd down. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for Wind River. Cougars playing this game without senior running back J.C. Herbert, also junior quarterback Chris Burke. That'll end the third quarter. It's Rocky Mountain 35, Wind River 0. We'll be back after a break. This is the Fremont County Game of the Week on KWYW 99.1 FM.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression.
Welcome back. We'll play the rest of Josh Allen. By the way, I believe Josh Allen's Bills beat the Chiefs. That was a good game. How about that, Sean O'Brate? Here's the handoff straight up the middle. Wind River. And that Carter Fowler would get a first down for Wind River. And just like to say thanks to Sean for getting my kit back in order. It was kind of in disarray, and so I had to call him up tonight and say, hey man, I'm missing a couple cables. And then I said, just kidding. 11:45 to play in this ball game. It'll be 1st and 10 for Wind River after that nifty run by Carter Fowler. Here's Fowler in the short gun. He'll hand off left side and tackled in the backfield, but we'll get a flag in the defensive backfield. I'm guessing we could have a holding call on Wind River, but maybe not. Could go on Rocky. That run by Braden Tatro, excuse me. They're going to say face mask. Did they say personal foul? Okay, so that'll be 15 yards from the spot. They had another face mask tonight. It looked to me like it was a personal foul too, but they only gave a 5-yarder on that one. So we're going to get a 15-yard mark-off and a first down for Wind River. It's a big gain for this Wind River offense down inside Rocky Mountain territory. It'll be first down at the 37. Actually, the 36. This field has got such a large hump in the middle of it. It's difficult to see. So first down and 10 at the 36. They call that crown in football. Here's a penalty going to go on Wind River. Complete pass to Calder Johnson, but we've got flags all over the field. I believe it could be a false start. So the officials will talk it over. They've all got earphones in, and they try to talk to each other that way, but tonight with the wind blowing, you cannot hear each other. So we'll see what we've got. Illegal shift on Wind River, and that's going to be the only penalty. So that'll back Wind River up 5 yards. We'd like to say a special thanks to the Wind River staff here for getting some fly strips put up. Last week we had about 150 of those pesky buggers in here. And now there's about, 75 stuck to the wall. Here's Cooper Frederick. He'll cut it back inside, try to cut it outside, and then he'll be taken down after a gain of nothing on the play. And that tackle by Keldon Betcher after a short gain for Wind River. Second down and about 14 and a half. A long 14. 10:44 to play in this one. And if you're looking at the stream and you see the score, that's correct. That's Rocky Mountain 35 and Wind River 0. So Fowler in the short gun. In motion, Frederick. Fowler takes off around the left side. He'll pitch it out. Nice option play. Ball's going to come loose, and it will bounce out of bounds. And that was a big hit by Rocky Mountain. He pitched that one. Was it to Calder Johnson? Calder had gained a few yards, and then the ball bounced back a yard, and now it's going to be 3rd and 13 for Wind River. They can get a first down, but they've got to go down to about the 27-yard line, and right now the ball placed at the 40. 10:20 to play. 3rd and 14. Fowler in the short gun. Frederick in motion. He'll get that same play. It's a little end-around play. Cooper getting the edge. He's inside the 30 and near a first down. It's going to be maybe a yard short. So that's a makeable 4th down play on another gutty run by junior Cooper Frederick. 10:06 to play. We're going to call it a short 2, so 4th and 2 for a first down. On 4th down plays, they've ran it outside, and they've ran Calder Johnson straight up the middle. Fowler in the short gun. He'll get it, pass it around to Cooper Frederick, and he's going to be taken down near a first down. And it looks like they will get the first down as it goes to about the 26-yard line. First down for Wind River. So they overcame that penalty. At one time it was 1st and 15. Now it's 1st and 10 at the 26 of Rocky Mountain. 9:35 to play. Rocky Mountain setting themselves up in this game to take the number 2 seed into next week's beginning of the 1A 9-man playoffs. Here's Fowler. He'll get the handoff and hand it off to Johnson. Straight up the middle, Calder Johnson rumbles inside the 20, near a first down. It's going to be just short. 2nd and 1 for Wind River. Wind River got to be motivated. Don't want to be shut out in this contest. They'll stop the clock while Calder Johnson reties his shoe with 8:54 to play. Clock is running again. 2nd and 1 at the 16. Johnson right behind Fowler in the backfield. Frederick in motion. And Fowler going to try to pass it, but a big hit in the backfield. Wow. And drilling. Boy, and that had to hurt. You could hear the pads popping on that one. That big hit by Russell Crosby. On Carter Fowler. Fowler up, trying to stretch it out and walk it off. Big hit by Crosby. 14-yard loss, and now 3rd. About a 13-yard loss, so 3rd and 14 at the 30. We've got 2 little windows open, and we could hear the hit up here. Here's Fowler in the gun. He'll fake the handoff. It's a counter back the other side, and the Rocky Mountain defense will spread it out. And Jackson Anusa will come on and tackle Tatro after the short gain. 4th down for Wind River. Fourth and 13 at the 29. $7:25 to play. What are you guys talking about? Okay. 35-0. 4th and 13 at the 29. Fowler in the gun. He'll drop to pass. Big rush. And Russell Crosby again lowers the boom on Carter Fowler. He'll lift up Fowler. And that's going to give Rocky Mountain the ball on the exchange of downs. And this Rocky Mountain defense has been relentless all night long. 35-0, 6:57 to play. We'll be back.
Decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Welcome back. Gain of, we're going to say 8 yards on first down, and that run by Maddox Ames around the right side toward the Rocky Mountain bench. Second down and 2. 6:26 to play. Fourth quarter here at Pavilion. Weber out under center. I formation, one receiver right side. He'll hand off to Ames. Ames going to get a first down as he pushes the ball over the 50-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 as a player down on the ground for Rocky Mountain. That's going to be Clendenin, the offensive tackle for this Rocky Mountain team. He's going to stay in the game. 1st down and 10, right at midfield for Rocky Mountain. 6:05 to play. 35-0 ball game here. We'll have the Click It or Ticket post-game show coming on after this. Coach Frederick said he'd come up here, bring a couple players on senior night. We'll see if that happens. And we'll go over the scoring updates and the playoff scenarios in 1A. Here's Ames. He'll try to hit the left end. Cooper Frederick with the nice breakdown tackle on the play and a 2-yard gain that time for Maddox Ames. 2nd and 8 for Rocky Mountain. So they mark it closer to a gain of 3, so 2nd and 7 for Rocky Mountain. This team of officials going to Jackson tomorrow, where the Jackson Bronx Star Valley Braves will meet. That's an old rivalry over on the other side of the mountains. Wind River nearly jumped offside. Here's Weber taking that sweep around the right end, and he's going to have another first down for Rocky Mountain inside the 30-yard line. So gain of about 18 yards. Just student body right all night long for Carson Weber. Weber in this game with 2 touchdown passes and 2 running passes. He threw a 17-yard touchdown pass in the second quarter, threw a 48-yard touchdown pass in the third quarter, ran for 1 yard in the second quarter, ran for 81 yards in the third quarter. He's done a little bit of everything for the Grizzlies. Here's Weber. He'll hand it off left side to Ames. He'll be wrestled down on the play by Blake Snyder. 4:30 and counting. Tough night for the Cougars. The good news, they're in the playoffs and they'll play next week. Either at Southeast or at Pine Bluffs, depending on how tomorrow night's game between Pine Bluffs and Southeast comes out. Pine Bluffs probably the heavy favorite against these Southeast Cyclones. 4 minutes to play. Pitch and a nice tackle on the play by Aiden Ruby. That rusher Hudson May for Rocky Mountain. If you've ever been to Southeast High School, it's out in the middle of nowhere. You go south of Torrington on 85, about 20 miles, to Yoder, home of Southeast High School. Actually, wheat out there. Not many beets. Winter wheat. Some good pheasant hunting. And some great bass fishing in Springer Reservoir right beside there. Here's Weber. 3:13 to play. Under center. Runs clock. Handoff right side, and now you've got some second teamers in the ball game for Rocky Mountain. That runner going to be number 17, Clayton Thompson. He's a freshman. So the freshman with a carry. 2:50 to play in this one. We'll have the Click It or Ticket post-game show coming up next. It's like our seeds going into the postseason. Going to be Shoshone, the number 1 seed. Rocky Mountain, the number 2 seed. Wind River, the 3 seed. And Big Piney, the 4 seed. And if you're Big Piney, it's a long way from Big Piney to Pine Bluffs and Southeast. Handoff left side around the left end. Nice hustle play by the little guy. Kaysen Banks, 5'8", 140-pound junior for Rocky Mountain. And a first down now for the Grizzlies. 2:18 and counting. I think Rocky Mountain might just down it 4 times, but maybe not. 2:10 to play. Weber still in at quarterback for the Grizz. Wind River just didn't have the bear spray tonight, did they? Couldn't slow down the Grizzly offense. Here's Weber. Left side handoff again, and a big hit by Snyder. Little man, Triffin Jolly, freshman on the carry. And you're getting now a variety of younger ball players coming in for Rocky Mountain. 1:30 to play. 2nd and 10, or 2nd and about 7 at the 13. Weber letting the clock run. Waiting for the back judge. Raises his hand with 5 seconds in the play clock. Weber, right side handoff. Number 26. This will be Hudson May. And he'll go down inside the 10 at about the 9-yard line. 50 seconds and counting. 3rd and 3 at the 9. Rocky Mountain had to fight their way back into playoff contention, and they'll earn this number 2 seed tonight out of the West. Weber running clock, 27 seconds to play. He's going to take a knee with 23 seconds, and that's going to do it. Final score from Pavilion. Rocky Mountain Grizzlies 35, Wind River 0. We'll be back with the Click It or Ticket postgame show coming up next on KWYW, and we're streaming on WYO Today at YouTube.
Eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Welcome back. Final score tonight, 35-0. As, well, I think there's a post-game show thing there. All right, so this is the Click It or Ticket post-game show, and 35-0. It was Rocky Mountain from the start in this one, as Ames Maddox got the Rocky team on the board with a 4-yard touchdown run at the 6:40 mark of the first quarter. Second quarter started, first play, was Carson Weber on a 1-yard touchdown run at the 11:57 mark. Weber would score the 2-point run. It was 14-0 Rocky Mountain. Then Rocky Mountain, it would be Weber to Jackson Anusa on a 17-yard scoring pass at the 8:56 mark. Colin Haslam's PAT kick, and it was 21-0 at the half. Third quarter opened, and Carson Weber, well, he was outstanding tonight. He went around the right end, cut back left, and rumbled 81 yards for a touchdown at the 6:45 mark. That would give Wind River a 27-0 deficit, and then a 28-0 deficit after Haslam's PAT kick. And then Rocky would score with 56 seconds remaining in the third quarter. It was a 48-yard scoring pass from Carson Weber to Colin Haslam. Haslam, well, he'd take a deep breath and knock through the point after kick, and that is the final margin of victory tonight. Rocky Mountain wins it. Final score 35-0. So playoff-wise in this post-game show, Wind River, they're going to be on the road next week as the number 3 seed out of the West. They will either travel to meet Southeast or Pine Bluffs, and Pine Bluffs and Southeast will play tomorrow night at 7 p.m. at Pine Bluffs. The number 5 Southeast Cyclones at number 1 Pine Bluffs, and that will settle who Wind River and Big Piney face in the first round of the 1A 9-man playoffs next week. Other games next week, it'll be Guernsey Sunrise at Moorcroft at 6 p.m. tomorrow. Saratoga at Lingo Fort Laramie at 6 o'clock. Of course, that Southeast Pine Bluffs game at 7. And Lusk will travel to Wright at 7 p.m. On Saturday, the Grable at St. Stephen's game was canceled, and Wyoming Indian will travel to the to play the Shoshone Junior Varsity at 4 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. Scores from today, it's Big Piney 34, Riverside 0. That gave Big Piney the number 4 seed coming out of the West in the 1A 9-man playoffs. And here it was 35-0, and Rocky Mountain earns the home game next week. They will play the 3rd seed out of the East Side as they beat Wind River 35-0 tonight. So 2 games tonight, 34-0, 35-0 in the ball game. Our Papa Murphy's player of the game tonight is going to be Cooper Frederick. Frederick was running like a madman all night, and he was one of the lone shining moments for Wind River, able to convert several 4th and longs and 3rd and longs into first downs for Wind River, making some key tackles all night long. He is our Papa Murphy's player of the game. Our Gatorade player of the game tonight, we're going to go with Calder Johnson. Johnson was outstanding running the ball up the middle tonight for the Cougars, but Cougars going to have to shake it off. They've got some injuries to deal with. We'll see if J.C. Herbert gets back next week, and also junior quarterback Chris Burke. Herbert battling a separated shoulder last week, and Burke battling some knee issues. So we'll see if they get back. We'll see if we get Coach Frederick up here. This is the post-game show brought to you by Click It or Ticket. We'll be back after a break. This is Wind River football on the Fremont County Game of the Week.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
There are 2 ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal and Riverton. The smart way to roll.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Welcome back to Leroy Center Field. This is the Click It or Ticket post-game show. The wind, well, it's picking up. And when the wind starts blowing, you know winter's not that far away here in central Wyoming. It was a big night for Carson Weber. Congratulations to the Rocky Mountain Grizz. They will be the number 2 seed at the beginning of the 1A 9-man playoffs starting next week. Wind River, they'll be on the road next week as the number 3 seed out of the West. We'll be over in Shoshone as Shoshone will host a first-round game, and they'll be home for the first 2 games. As long as they keep winning, they'll be home. And I know the Shoshone Wranglers and Coach Tony Trumpler wanting to make a repeat performance in about 3 weeks down in Laramie, that state championship weekend beginning November 11th and 12th in Laramie. It'll be cold, but hopefully it'll be fun. It's been a good night here at Pavilion. We'll see you next week for more of the Fremont County Game of the Week. We'll be in the playoffs, and we're looking forward to it. Hey, final time from Leroy Center Field. Rocky Mountain 35, Wind River 0. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Be safe out there, and go Pokes. We'll see you next week on the Fremont County Game of the Week.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say